All right, welcome to the review room. My name's Ronnie Hayes, and today this is part two kind of our Predator 2-pack review. We already took a look at the Bad Blood Predator, and now we're going to take a look at the Enforcer Predator. This is the re-release that comes in the 2-pack, the guy on the right, and this is the old version that came out a few years ago with less articulation in the elbows. They're not double jointed, and then the waist doesn't have the torso articulation. I do want to mention, being a massive Predator fan, I want to show, and being new into collecting, Predator stuff, relatively new within the last couple years, I do want to show a lot more love to the Predator franchise on this channel, especially the monsters themselves. So once a month, I definitely want to try to at least talk about the Predators or show something off or review something. So for January, it's going to be these guys. I already talked about the thermal in the Bad Blood if you want to take a look at him. And then in February, I should be getting my Wolf Predator. It's a 1/6 scale. That's going to be a big review. I am so hyped for that. And at the end of this year, I am trying to save up for like a holy grail of Predator releases to review. Something massive that I never thought I'd review on the channel, to go all out for the end of the year. So that's my goal. But I do want to show the Predator franchise a little bit of love, though, because I love the creature design so damn much. You can already tell right off the bat, I'm not going to mess around with him too much because I got him in a pose I liked. He is kind of stiff being an older figure, so I'm not going to mess with him. I am going to keep him because my 2-pack, however, did have a few defects with it. The one defect being the paint job on this masked head has this really ugly looking paint blob on it. So I do not want to pose him with that. So I will be keeping the old Enforcer Predator around. He looks much better, in my opinion, than the old Bad Blood. The old Bad Blood is going to be getting replaced. The only thing I think they did different with the mask is where's that little one? Yeah, the only thing I think they did different was the eyes. This has like a purple gray tint to it, coloring flat, and this one has like a gray mesh look. See it in there? No, it's like a gray purple. Yeah, it's that same color purple, but it's got more of a texture to it. And also, and it's going to be real hard to see on the camera, but this top here has a more sharper angle, and this one's more of a smooth angle. It's going to be hard to see on camera, but trust me, in person, that stands out. It makes this guy look more like the Shredder. And again, besides articulation, the old one had bad articulation in the elbows. It was just 1 point of articulation here. It wasn't double jointed, so it can only go about 90 degrees. And then the paint job isn't all that great. It's supposed to look more like the comic book art. Does this open up? Yeah, this doesn't open up or nothing. And then the paint job on here, I never liked this. I like this Predator a lot, but the paint job looks like tin foil. It's really just a coat of silver with no dry brushing with black in the cracks, or just nothing to make the image pop or stand out. If you could just tell a little bit of a difference by immediately you can tell by the paint job on the new one with the shoulder cannon by itself, the plasma cannon here. Look at the difference between this metal that actually looks metal painted and this that just kind of looks like tin foil. It looks like a cosplay. And you can see the paint of the new and the old on the body as well. Other than that, it's the same thing. It's a reuse of the Jungle Hunter that has what new to it? I think it's a complete reuse except for the shoulder, not the shoulder, but the throwing disc. The Jungle Hunter doesn't really have that. He has these armors on both sides of the hip. That didn't come out till, what, Predator 2? So yeah, that's the only real difference. So we'll put the old one off to the side. As far as differences and comparisons go, that's pretty much it. But this new one, I love this little pose. I love this hand they give you. Makes it look like he's about to throw this throwing dart. I love this coloring mixed with the original Jungle Hunter face. This is the closed mouth Jungle Hunter face. They give you that painted really well. Look at that. Man, that's such a cool looking design for a monster, for a movie monster. Well, they give you this head in the new 2-pack. They give you, and I hope you get a better version of this. This is the masked, the helmeted version. Still really cool. He's got the brown paint on the back of his hair, which does kind of make the dreads a lot stiffer. I believe that's what's making them, because they're real stiff, and a lot of them are just stuck together. The Bad Blood, his alternate head is just the regular dreads, and they're so soft, pliable, and they don't get in the way nearly as much when you transfer this head onto the body. This head it gets in the way with the shoulder cannon and everything. So I would have to say that I prefer this, even if you like the brown look. That is neat, it's different, but I would rather the brown not be on there, just to have, you know, dreads that are more pliable, easier to deal with. Anyway, he comes with an alternate hand to hold his staff. He comes with the throwing disc closed, obviously, and the shoulder cannon, plasma cannon. This broke off. I never have bad luck with these. Everyone does, though, and mine did break, so that's why I extended his arm a little more than I normally would. And the other thing that ruined in my Predator was my 2-pack. I got a busted up one, man. From the box was mint, but from the factory, lots of problems. These were so bent and destroyed, it's not even funny. I tried to fix them the best I could, but they don't extend. You can kind of see where they were like crushed here, but they don't extend out. They're just busted. I'm gonna ask NECA for replacement ones of these. That should be cheap. Just send me 2 of them, and I'll cut this, open it up, and then glue it back down with the replacements, because I really don't care about replacing a whole figure just because his wrist blades got dented up. And then he comes with his staff. That's hard to get focused on, but is painted a lot better than the original staff. It doesn't fold up or nothing, not that I know of. Yeah, it doesn't fold up or nothing, but it is the same as the Predator 2, I believe. And it's definitely the same as the original release for the Enforcer Predator. And did I mention he comes with a mask that you can showcase him not wearing it? This doesn't go on him, but it is for display options. It's an extra accessory. And you can see here, this looks like it's the original Predator mask with just these tips added. And then this piece here was, you know, made into shape and then glued on to the top here. It's just glued on there. You can see the crack where it meets the nose. And you can still see some of the stuff from the old Predator helmet. But it's kind of neat. And he's the Shredder Predator, because this makes him look like Shredder. Really cool design. I like it. But as far as this Predator goes, I think for the paint job, it is one of my favorites. I like these wild looking paint colors on Predators. There's a blue one coming out in the Arcade Wave. I cannot wait to get my hands on that, because he just looks so different. You get nice paint job through the hips. The metal here, or what's supposed to be the metal plate, this is a pliable, just dark gray, like a charcoal gray. This is where the disc is supposed to sit in. I would imagine you'd have to just warm it up, get it soft, put the disc in, get it to fit in good, and then cool it down. That'd probably work out best. I've only ever had one Predator that was able to hold his disc. I think it was Predator 2. I had no problems with it. It's supposed to like pop in there, but you can never get it to pop in. Again, I think warming it up would be the best. But, oh well. You've got the same crotch as the Predator 1. I believe that's almost identical, or it is identical. And then the paint job continues up the back with those purples. Purple, black, and then the tan. You should have wrist blades that come out. Again, mine doesn't. And he's got this hand that holds the the throwing blade. I know a lot of people say they have problems with this getting the hands in. If you use the right hand, he should have all these fingers. Let me see if I can get it in. All these fingers are supposed to go right in the outline there. See how all of them go in? Now, for some reason, he doesn't want to hold it well. I know my Predator 2, when you put it in his hand, it kind of clips there. But this is really loose. So if you bring his hand down, it's just going to pop out. But anyway, again, same design from the Predator 1 with the strap. This is new. That's a symbol for the, I guess, the Enforcer Predator. You have this pipe. Be careful with that, with your rotations. This pipe here, again, be careful with that one. This opens up this time. On the old one, it didn't. And then you have this hand as well as this alternate hand for holding the staff. Good paint job on there. I think that looks so cool. I have always loved the plasma cannon. That's why I got so bummed out with the new movie. I think that looks so damn neat. I think that looks so friggin' cool. Like, look at him just like that with his plasma cannon. That's why I got so bummed out. Even though this design of Predator did grow on me, I still despise this shoulder cannon. I hate that with a passion. I don't know why they changed that. That, to me, was blasphemy. Just because this design is so friggin' neat looking. I love it. Having this little rinky-dink one. I get it, technology and advancements and everything, but no, this looks cool, man. At least give it some sort of different, slimmer design, but stick with this. Why do people think they need to recreate old stuff and then give it this updated, cool, sleek look? No, man, the old design looks so freaking cool. And I think part of why they made it look so cool was because they had so little to work with. A lot of what we see cool is, and if you watch the behind the scenes, it's because they were trying to keep the suit to hold together. So they were adding nets and lines and ropes just to keep it to hold together. And it ended up helping the creature design look even better. Anyway, so this plasma caster, shoulder cannon, obviously it comes off like all the others. You plug it in the bottom, then you slide the top into the little notch right here. And yes, the Preds do get in the way. If you really want to get excessive, maybe it's not excessive, but if you really want to get into displaying yours and making them look neat, what you want to do is hit the hair with a blow dryer or something, hot water blow dryer. Get it, shape it the way you want it around, you know, how it sits on his head, and then get the shoulder cannon, put that on, and keep the hair shaped away from it, but in a cool design. When it cools down, it'll stay similar to that design, that style. So do that instead of having the hair just pop the shoulder cannon off all the time. So anyway, this Predator has pretty much the same articulation as all the other Jungle Hunters, especially the updated versions. I think exactly like the updated version since it's pretty much the same body. It's got the double joint at the elbows here and here. You can't do that with this cord though. I don't know why they have a cord like this. This short. I think they could add just a little bit more to it. That makes it easier to deal with. I just popped it right out. To be honest, I like the little wires. I like that little touch. The way they paint them, the way they look. I'm going to leave this one on because you could see it the most. I can't see this one, and since it came broken off, I don't mind. I'm just going to yank it off and be done with it. But you got the upper ab, or the, you know, yeah, the ab crunch here, and then it swivels as well to get a little more dynamic range to it. You get his legs do a split. You got the armor hinders it to some degree. Leg goes out a little bit. This leg goes forward a little bit too. Back a lot more than you need it to. It's got double joints in the knee. And then you got a decent amount of articulation in the ankle here. You can go up and down and then side to side a decent bit. It makes it really good for, and there's a little bit of swivel here on that ball joint. So it makes it really good for getting some different poses with them. But this guy looks awesome. And I don't see any reason to display him with the helmet head because mine got messed up. Also, I'm going to be displaying him without a mask and then the old one with the mask. So that's pretty much how it's going to go. But I'll say the same as I did with the Bad Blood review If you are a toy collector and you're new in the NECA, you want to get them both because you're collecting the Predator line as a toy collection, then go ahead. I recommend the old and the new. But if you're more like me who just gets stuff for display, mostly, I do have some stuff in box, but mostly I want it to look at out on display, on the mantle, in the office, stuff like that. Get rid of the old. Don't even go for the old. It's way overpriced now. Maybe not. I know the Bad Blood is pretty pricey, the old one, but I think you should just buy the new 2-pack, these guys, and call it a day because they look amazing. They look amazing. And if you can find these clear stands at Target, grab a pack of these, or on the website. I think they're the cheapest in Target. They're like 10 bucks. You pop a foot on the bottom, and then you have a stand for them. They help a lot getting your figures to stand up. I can't get over this face. I love the design of these creatures, man, and the way they look for cheaper figures. Instead of buying like a $200-300 hot toy, you could spend under 30 bucks and get a cool miniature display-worthy figure. Man, it looks so friggin' cool. Anyway, paint job and all, these are definitely cool figures to grab. So, all right, put your thoughts and opinions. What do you think about the Predator Bad Blood Enforcer 2-pack? I give it a thumbs up, a high recommend. The paint job is great. The added articulation is great. The accessories are great. I think it's a home run set. Put your thoughts and opinions down in that comment box. Or I should say, thanks for coming by the review room. Don't let the door hit you in the ass on the way out.